Hello and welcome to another update video about Dogecoin. The Dogecoin with its recent rally here possibly put this wave 2 high in place, in a so-called running flat correction where we had a wave W to the upside, X wave down, Y wave to the upside, so WXY expanded flat, running flat, which means the Y wave ends below the wave W here in this case. On this way down, it broke below the 9-cent level. This was sort of the warning level that based on that, as long as we're holding 9 cents, there was the chance for one more leg up in the structure here. But the overall message here was we were in resistance. It got rejected here from resistance, basically the 10.5-cent level when it rallied after the logo change on Twitter. So yeah, oftentimes you can't trust these rallies if they occur on the Doge chart, unless they are really carried by, the remaining market and so on. It's often just hype. Even though it was very impressive what happened here, that was back in October, it was also not a 5-wave rally. It was only in 3 waves. Remember that I was skeptical about this rally at the time as well, because it's just these spikes out of nowhere that just often lead to a breakdown. A lot of people chase, but they often get wrecked. So what's happening at the moment is that we could be following this yellow count to the downside. As long as we stay below 10.5 cents, I'm going to assume that if there is at some point a valid long trade setup as well, despite the move down is very likely, but if there is a valid long setup, I will highlight it. At the moment, I simply just don't see it because we had a 3-wave rally to the upside. That just is indicative of another low coming. But you can see how nicely we're actually following there the 50-day moving average. It's actually one second. Is it no, it's the 20-day moving average. Yeah, finding some small support here. But it's nothing major. So I'm not using moving averages too much. It's just interesting how it's using it to surf the waves, basically. But yeah, it fell down. At the moment, what it looks like, the move down is quite impulsive. Yeah. And this sideways movement is just consolidation, so it would also indicate here another leg down. We've got this descending wedge which is forming here, so it might very well use the lower boundary line as support. But yeah, it basically destroyed on the way down now a lot of the impulses that were developing here. So it's, the 9-cent level would have protected that, but it didn't. For example, had we done 5 waves up from here, it could have been a wave 1 to the upside. Then we would have looked out for a wave 2 to the downside. Support area defined for a long trade here. But because we didn't get 5 waves up, there is no valid long trade setup here at the moment. We've just pulled back now. We basically rallied into resistance, and I think now we need to let the move play out. Bear in mind with Doge, things can always change very quickly. But from what I can see now, as long as we stay below 10.5 cents, there's going to be a lot of downside pressure on the chart. So in my opinion here, it wouldn't be unlikely to expect a breakdown to the descending trend line here. There's going to be some support around the 7-cent area again. That's where we had support before. That was here in November quite a few times. We had resistance here before at the 7-cent level, and we might get some more support here. And if we then lose this as well, then I think we can say hello to 6 cents, which would be the lower boundary line of the descending wedge. And if we lose that, then we might finally get into this long-term trend reversal area for Doge. So I'm looking at this move down here currently as a possible 5th wave to complete here this overall bear market correction. So it doesn't seem like it's finished yet. It could be, I talked about that, but it's not a very easy chart to read. And so far, all the rallies have basically been in 3 waves. This one here, this one was in 3 waves. Let's see. For now, failed to create a proper impulse. Okay, that's my update about Doge. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.